All right. Good morning, trade pros. Welcome to morning market update for Friday, August the 30th of 2019. Today's the last day of the month, the trading month, and also it's the beginning of regular trading and the end of summer volatility. That's why I have these notes, but I never look at notes. I create these beautiful notes every morning. I barely look at them. Um, so today, we want to start off by saying this. Yesterday and the day before, we told you we're going to open up the live trading room for YouTube for you guys to join us for one day to see how we trade on the house, to give you a little bit of exposure of what we do. If you're on the fence about joining the community, hopefully this pushes you off the fence once you see what we do. It's an amazing environment, and I wake up every morning with excitement to trade with you guys. So to follow up on that, the link to register for that one-day trading room pass is in the description now. So we had a few questions yesterday and the day before in our YouTube videos. How do we sign up? We just got the process in place, so it's efficient, and we don't waste your time and ours. So if you click the link in the description, you're ready to go. You're ready to sign up and get the information on how to join. It's going to be an awesome day. It's a Thursday of next week, September the 5th, and there's going to be crude oil inventory trading and some volatility post Labor Day. All right, so it's going to be very exciting. That being said, today's the last day of the month and the last trading day, and institutional money will more than likely look to do the tail end of their rebalancing. Yesterday, actually, we talked about rebalancing and what that is. You could review that video by going to yesterday's live stream. It's essentially institutions selling bonds to buy equities to rebalance the portfolio because bonds were stronger, equities were weaker. So to rebalance those two, you sell bonds, buy equities to get back to the asset mix you promised your investors as a money manager. All right, so that effect is in place today as well as we end the week and we end the month. It's an exciting day. There's going to be volatility. There's going to be opportunity, and we'll keep you posted throughout the trade room on the high probability, low risk trade opportunities. All right, today also starts the Labor Day weekend. All right, the Labor Day weekend officially ends the summer market lack of volatility, I'll say. Although this summer as traders, we've been treated to more volatility than usual. All right, if this is your first summer trading and you're saying, wow, it's kind of slow, trust me, it's not. I've traded 6-point ranges all day long. And so we've kind of been lucky in a sense to get this amount of volatility we have as day traders. And after the Labor Day weekend, institutional managers and the professional money is back from the holiday, and they're ready to work for the year, all right, and start to change positions, tailor their portfolios. There's a lot of activity after Labor Day. The Labor Day holiday is on Monday. So first and foremost, happy Labor Day to you and your family. I mean, nobody's happy about Labor Day is such a not fun word. They should have called it something like day off or something. But Labor Day means labor. You're going to be doing stuff. For people who have kids, I know that means you're sending them back to school, so you're probably going to be busy. Others are taking vacations. It's a very busy holiday in the U.S. Canada celebrates it as well. And markets are closed on Monday. All right. Stock markets are closed for Labor Day. Futures markets are open. All right. But just because you're at home and the market's open doesn't mean you should trade it. Before I tell you a little bit more about that, stock markets are closed on Monday. Futures open at 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. All right. So Sunday, as early as 6 p.m., you're going to be able to trade the index futures. There is a caveat to that. They close at 1 p.m. on Monday. So from 6 p.m. Sunday all the way to 1 p.m. Eastern time on Monday, futures markets are going to be open. They close for only 5 hours and reopen again Monday at 6 p.m. All right. So really, there isn't as much closure. However, I got to tell you this, it's amateur hour. You're going to be trading with other people who have taken the day off or have the holiday and say, hey, I could try myself of being a day trader on Monday. And I'll tell you this, no, you shouldn't. All right. In fact, you should take the holiday and relax and enjoy it with your family, friends, and loved ones because the market's going to stink. There's going to be very little volatility, very little movement, very little opportunity. All right. It'll be small opportunity for massive risk. And that's not how professional traders trade. In fact, that's why professional traders aren't trading that day. So I just got to warn you about that. And I feel strongly about it because I've seen a lot of good, well-meaning people suffer greatly on those kind of days. There's just enough volatility to blow out a significant chunk of your account, but not enough to make money on, all right, consistently. It's not worth sitting at your desk even. So that's my message to you. Take it or leave it. I know some of you are still going to try, go for it. I'm not going to be here on Monday. All right. Hurricane Durian this morning is strengthening and its forecast is now to hit Florida as a Category 4 storm. upgraded from a category 3 during the busiest day of the year on Labor Day. All right, it's becoming a major hurricane to hit, the most major hurricane to hit the area in 15 years. American Airlines and Southwest are allowing travelers to change their Florida flights without fees, which is very cordial of them. That's a nice thing to do. And there's a lot of preparation going on in hospitals, emergency services, and first responders for this event. So our heartfelt, and sincerest wishes of safety for you guys go out on this day. All right. I hope you guys are safe, you're sound, and I hope we get through this with minimal damage. All right. If you're going to be impacted by it, I send you all the positive energy I can, and my sincerest love, joy, and happiness. And I wish you strength to get through this event. All right. There's some concerns in terms of the market for orange juice futures. It's a key product that's created in Florida, and the entire oil industry is watching whether or not this storm will pass into the Gulf of Mexico. It's not expected to or forecast to, but if it makes its way into Mexico and veers off, because at the end of the day, it's Mother Nature, and nobody can predict Mother Nature. I always say the only job harder than trading is being a weatherman. But here's the thing. If it goes through the Gulf of Mexico, there's going to be a ton of oil volatility. If it disrupts any production pipelines or any exploration activity or any transportation, a lot of futures settle out of the coast, then what you're going to do is, or what you're going to expect is to see a massive move on Sunday's reopen for oil. So if you're trading oil on a longer time frame, the only reason I tell you this is it might make sense to take some more profit than you normally do before a weekend. There's a small chance, but that small chance could cause a lot of volatility. So it's your decision then, it's your portfolio, but I got to bring you up on that. In other news, Saudi Arabia's oil giant Aramco is considering splitting their largest IPO into 2 different steps. Step number 1, Aramco debut a portion of its shares on the Saudi Arabian exchange this year. Not much time left, but they're getting desperate. Why is Saudi Aramco getting desperate to IPO their oil stock right now? Well, you guys know the answer, Vicky? Why is Saudi Aramco suddenly desperate for an IPO? Because they're saying 2021, 2022. Bingo, Victorio said it. Oil prices are getting hammered. So they're like, okay, we're not making as much money with the black gold, so it's time to sell shares. Yeah, and as soon as oil hit $60, like Vicky said, round 2 of the IPO is off. All right, so this is actually a good approach for Saudi Aramco. I commend them for it. The additional offering is expected in 2020 or 2021, or enough time to see what oil prices do. You're not going to see that in the prospectus, but I guarantee you that's what they're thinking in their executive board meetings. And the second round is leaning towards a Tokyo exchange listing because there's a lot of political pressure in the UK with the hard Brexit coming up, Parliament being summoned off. Boris Johnson going to push through a hard deal, no Brexit deal, and that's creating uncertainty. In fact, the situation in UK is interesting right now because a lot of homeowners are panic selling to get out before this thing. If you have cash and you want to own real estate in the UK, wait a little bit, let it drop more, get it. I think it's not as big of a deal as people make it out to be. It will be a big deal, but in the long term for real estate, this is always my joke. As long as you're having sex still, there's going to be a need for real estate. All right. Some people laugh at it. Some people are appalled. I can't wait to see the comments on what you think. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember. I'm not gonna reference that one, but yes, Jack Ma is a little bit more over the edge than me. I'm a polarizing person, I think. In Asia, Japan's up 1.2%. Wait, is that it? I'm not. I take that back. In Asia, Japan's up 1.2%. Hong Kong's flat. China's flat. India's up 0.7. In Europe, at midday, London's up 0.7%. Paris up 1%. Frankfurt up 1.1 as well. Strong momentum to the upside in European markets. In the U.S., Dow's up 0.6. S&P's up 0.6 as well, along with NASDAQ. So we're seeing general strength in equity markets heading into this Labor Day weekend. That's what typically happens. It's expected. All right. Crude oil's down 1% this morning. Gold's flat. And Bitcoin's up 1.2%, but still below 10,000. On the calendar today at 9:45, we're going to get Chicago Purchasing Manager Index. Used to be a massive market mover. These days, it's not so much. It doesn't have as much influence. It used to be almost like a jobs report type of event. It was very important. And for some reason, Chicago's lost its importance in the market. But still watch it, 9:45. 10 a.m. consumer sentiment. That's a big report coming out. And 1 p.m. Baker Hughes count. That's the count of the rigs operating in the United States for offshore drilling. All right, and 3 p.m. farm prices, and you should be getting that report from the bar. All right, in today's session, the Friday before a long weekend, volatility is front loaded. You're going to get a lot of activity up until noon when European markets close at 11:30 p.m. or 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Things tend to slow down and volatility gets waned out of the market. All right, so just a reminder, Thursday, September 5th, we're opening up the trading room for you. It's not going to be just a straight YouTube live broadcast. You're going to have to click the link below to be part of it. So click the link below now and get it done before you forget. Appreciate you guys. Send you all the love and joy and happiness in the world to you and your family. Have an awesome Labor Day weekend. Enjoy it. Some well-deserved time off. And if you have kids, send those kids back to school. That should be a positive thing. Just kidding. But I appreciate you guys. All the best. I'm going to turn around, open up the trade room. It's time. All right, trade pros in the room. Let's get it. Last day of the month, which means it's our last opportunity to put in a solid performance report on our Trade Pro Performance Index. So let's get this. I'm very motivated to crush it today. We'll start out with oil with Stephen Box because the market's open at the moment. And there looks like there's some opportunities to the downside on oil down to the 5-day point of control and the Globex VWAP. I don't want to steal his thunder anymore. Let me bring him on. YouTube, take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Will the Euro session be strong enough to trade Monday, Labor Day? No, Jeremy, I'd stay away from trading at all. You could try it, Jeremy. Give it a shot. I'll tell you what, if you're going to try it, start the session expecting nothing. Trade lower volume, less size, less frequency, and then if there is volatility, scale up. It'll be easier to scale up your position as volatility changes rather than come in expecting something massive and nothing happens and you're trading big size. Make sense? Good question. In Canada, it's Labor Day. Oh, Lance. I should read these comments more often. It says Labor Day. The spelling with the O-U-R. Perfect. All right, you guys take care. Appreciate you all. Goodbye. All right. Let's